entertaining. Bruce, great day to you and Amelia on this amazing Monday. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic of discussion. If you missed today's title, we're talking about a growth hack. One key habit of highly effective leaders. In fact, to begin this conversation, family, if you would please comment below, be effective. Be effective. That is our objective, right? I want to be impactful. I want to make a difference. I want to show up and be an asset to whatever space I enter in. I want to be effective. I want to go into spaces, right? And I want to provide value in the work that I do, in my career, right? In my community, in my family. I want to be effective at what it is that I do. Now, before I dive into some practical things that we could begin to do that will assist us in showing up effectively this week, I want to give us a very short story, something that I noticed last night. Like many of us, right? Your boy is a little slow this morning because I stayed up a little later than normal, a little later than I needed to. Typically, I'm in bed earlier because I wake up at 4 a.m. And getting things going. But nonetheless, the Super Bowl was last night at the time of this recording, right? And we all know, if you don't know now, spoiler alert, the Kansas City Chiefs are now the Super Bowl champions, back-to-back winners, right? And after the game concluded, I was tuning into an interview with Patrick Mahomes. He's the quarterback of Kansas City. And the interviewer was asking Patrick how he felt in that moment, right? You know, as he's celebrating and he's really just soaking in everything that he just experienced out there on the field. And he's asking him, like, yo, how do you feel, Patrick, in this moment? And Patrick is answering his questions. But really, what pointed my antennas up for me to pay attention as I'm kind of dozing off last night and tuning into this interview was when he was asked about the play call, right? Andy Reid is the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Andy Reid called this play. And Patrick responded by saying, yo, man, this was an amazing play call, phenomenal play call by Andy Reid. He knows his stuff, but most importantly, what he said after that, family, really stuck with me. It was like a sore thumb that stood out in the moment. And he said, man, we've practiced that play thousands of times, over and over again. And in that moment, I knew that was the right play. When I got the call, I knew that we had won the Super Bowl. Now, granted, they went into overtime, and Patrick Mahomes had a monumental drive, right, of really going, I think it was, they started on the 30-yard line all the way down to the end zone and scored a touchdown. Now, in that moment, right, I'm watching the game, and in the play, Patrick Mahomes begins to hike the ball. And in that time, he's focused on one receiver. And the defense recognizes where his eyes are being laid. But there's another receiver that's running a slant to the side. But because his eyes are focused on one receiver, they're assuming that he's about to pass it to the guy that he's looking at. While that time is happening, this other receiver is moving behind the defense. And then immediately he throws the ball to that receiver. He catches it, and he runs into the end zone, and that grants them a touchdown, which in essence means they won the Super Bowl, back-to-back champions. And as I thought about that, he said, we ran that play thousands of times, over and over again, over and over again. In essence, what happened was they did not win the Super Bowl in that particular moment, family. As I thought about this, I said, the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl in those moments when they repeated that play over and over again to the point that they mastered that play. So when the opportunity presented itself, they can perform with excellence and strike while the iron was hot and then seize the moment and get the victory. D1, where are you going with this? It's important for us to understand, family, that your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development. Here's why. It's because success is something that we attract by the person that we become, right? Again, comment below, success is something that we attract. Let me repeat that statement. It's something that we attract by the person that we become. Now, in life, we have to understand we don't attract the things that we want. No, we're going to attract the things that we are. And I think this is a misconception that many people often have. They want great results, they want better outcomes, they want more in their life. But when it comes to individuals having the willingness to be more, do more, that's a different conversation. What I've learned when working with many young professionals and many great leaders is that most people are anxious to change their situations, but unwilling to change themselves, right? And we have to understand that in order for us to level up our results, it starts with us internally. We have to be the ones that initiate this process, right? So, in essence, if there's something that you want, here's our responsibility. It's your responsibility to start becoming what it is that you want so you can begin to attract it. Does that make sense, family? Because again, success is something that we attract by the person that we become. So we have to ask ourselves, who do I need to become in this moment in order for me to attract the results that I'm aiming to experience? In what ways do I need to grow? Do I need to improve in order for me to be in alignment with the outcomes that I'm aiming to create in my life? And this is going to require us to be like the Kansas City Chiefs, when no cameras are watching, when the analysts are not paying attention, when the fans are not in the stands, when the crowd is not there cheering, when nobody is out there watching you practice those day-to-day minute steps, those repetitive sequences. That's where the victory is won. When you're working on your craft, when you're gaining specialized knowledge, when you're developing yourself, right? When you're mastering your skill set and nobody's watching, that's when we gain the victory. So what I'm saying in this conversation, one key habit, family, of highly effective leaders is that they invest time, energy, and their resources in their personal growth. They find ways to be better, to enhance their skill set, to expand their capabilities. My question to everybody watching this live and everybody catching this on the replay, what are you doing this week to be better? In what ways will you improve who you are as a leader? How will you grow? In what ways are you going to invest in your craft? How are you going to invest in your profession, your career, your skill set? We have to be intentional as it relates to how we show up. And most importantly, as it relates to who we are becoming, because let's keep this in mind. Who you become will always influence the quality and the overall direction of your life. If you want to improve the quality of your life, if you want to shift the direction of your life towards success, towards personal achievement, towards leveling up, it starts with you deciding, I'm going to become better. I'm going to become greater. And I'm going to do something this week that's going to enhance who I am as a person. So here's the call to action. I want you to focus on where you want to be. I want you to direct your attention towards who you're aiming to become. In what ways do you need to improve to become that person? Maybe you need to improve in the area of your patience. Maybe you need to have more initiative, right? Maybe you need to execute more consistently. Maybe procrastination has been holding you hostage and you've been hesitating to do certain things that are in alignment with where you aim to be. Here's what I challenge you to do. Create a goal. Every day this week, I'm going to work on being better. Maybe you need to open up a book and gain some specialized knowledge. Maybe you need to surround yourself with people that are in alignment with the life that you're aiming to create for yourself. How can you learn from these people? How can you grow from these experiences and these interactions with these individuals? Nonetheless, the objective is be better. Be better. Everybody comment below. Be better. Because again, success is something that we attract by the person that we become. And what you do consistently is always contributing to who you become. So today, as we step into this week, as we start this Monday, set the intention. I'm going to be better. I'm going to grow. I'm going to expand who I am as a person. If we can develop this habit, this is how we show up effectively. Because keep in mind, family, we got to understand, like the Kansas City Chiefs, that opportunity is coming. The opportunity will present itself, right? People do not rise to the occasion. No, we default to our training. That's worth repeating, family. We're not going to rise to the occasion. The Kansas City Chiefs did not rise to the occasion. They defaulted to their training. They put in the work when nobody else was watching. So when the opportunity presented itself, they can execute with excellence because they did the work. Everybody comment below, do the work. So as I wrap up this conversation and conclude this broadcast, again, the call to action, I challenge you, select one way that you can improve. How will you be better this week? What's one skill that you can develop? How can you invest in your craft? How can you be a better you? How can you challenge yourself? In what ways can you step outside of your comfort zone and grow comfortable with being uncomfortable, so to speak? Because it's through that discomfort that your character is being developed, that your skills and capabilities are being enhanced, and ultimately you're becoming a better version of you. So when the opportunity presents itself, right, when your name gets called, when they select you for that moment, you can strike while the iron is hot and seize that opportunity. There's an old saying that says opportunities of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity, meaning the opportunity will come. That's not the question. The question is, will you be prepared for your opportunity? If you slid into this broadcast and I was unable to give you a shout out, be sure to comment below. And if in fact this is your first time, or maybe your first time in a long time, I welcome you and I want to shout you out as well. Put a number 1 in the chat and then place your first name afterward. Again, number 1 in the chat and then place your first name afterward. Yukita, we got to be better, sis. It is necessary. Kimberly, I see you in the building as well. We got to do the work. If you found value in this broadcast, if you will, please put some fist ups in the comments below. Let your boy know you was picking up what your boy was putting down. Kim, again, glad to have you tapped in live. Kim Possible, I like that. Do the work, Mia. For sure, for sure. But that's the goal again, family. Find one way that you can be better, you can improve. You can tune into some podcasts that are in alignment with your career. You can surround yourself with people that are doing the work that you're aiming to experience and accomplish. Find a way to be better. We got to invest in ourselves. That's one habit that highly effective leaders possess, and they adopt every single day. Mom, I see you in the building. Great day. Do the work and be better for sure. If we have not connected, family, on other platforms, be sure to connect with your boy at D1 Gibson. Is my handle pretty much on all platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've yet to do so also. That's where all of my long-form content is available. Then elevationIsAmust.com. Take advantage of all of the resources that are available on the website. Join the newsletter for personal growth tools and tips sent directly to your inbox on a weekly basis. And also check out the online store, books available, ebooks, and apparel also. Information there. But with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, family, because remember, you got dreams to catch and success to create. So each and every single one of us got to get busy being great, particularly as we step into this Monday. Kimberly said, felt in the heart, love doing God's work, and it's about the how you will accomplish the goal to see the steps to get there. Let's go. I heard that. Let's make it happen, sis, for sure, on this amazing Monday. But as we wrap up today's conversation, family, if you find yourself in a difficult situation or challenging experience, just remember that this too shall pass. It's only temporary. So one thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to make a permanent decision that's based upon a temporary circumstance, a temporary feeling. No, let's remember to place mind over matter. And what I mean by that is make decisions that keep you in alignment with your vision, your purpose, and your goals. Now, I get it. Life be lifing, and it becomes very difficult to do this when you're in the heat of the moment. But just remember, it's difficult, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. I challenge you to maintain focus. Master your mindset in those moments and remind yourself of who you aim to be in the life that you're aiming to create for yourself. Remind yourself of the impact that you're aiming to create in the world in which you live. We have to stay focused. Your focus is critical in this moment. That's the key to your level up. We got to stay focused on improving ourselves, focused on why we do what we do, and focus on the results and the outcomes that we're aiming to experience. That's what's going to help us remain disciplined and stay consistent. And if nobody else tells you that they love you today, family, remember, your brother from another mother, D1 Gibson, has nothing but love for each and every single one of you. With all of that being said, yes, Nicole, stay safe and healthy out there, y'all, for sure. Angels in the building. Happy Monday to you as well. Glad to have you tapped in live. But family, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Listen, as we step into this week's opportunities, again, be better. In fact, say that with me. I may not be able to hear you, but I want to feel your energy. Be better, D1. Do more, D1. Be greater, D1. Move with purpose, D1. Lead with successful intentions, D1. Have the discipline to apply the skills and the knowledge that you've learned and received, D1. Have the courage to own the responsibility of your personal greatness, D1. Let's make this week the best week of our lives by any means necessary. That does not mean that we won't come face to face with opposition. It's not to say that we're not going to experience any resistance, but what we're saying is we understand that being unstoppable is a choice. And it's a decision that we're making right now as we step into this week. I choose to be unstoppable. I choose to persist until I succeed. I understand that it's not over until I win. So therefore, I'm going to find a way to get the victory and rise above whatever life throws at me this week and experience success. With all of that being said, family, my challenge to each and every single one of you is that this week, I want you to be effective, be successful, live with some passion, and most importantly, join in with me. 3 pounds to your chest. 1, 2, 3. Be powerful. We'll be back at it next week, Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in the meantime, have a phenomenal Monday. Peace.
Take it. Gotta get up, get out. Time to stand up, get loud. Time to rise up off the floor. And I'm stronger than ever now. Can't hold me down no more. I'm waking up. 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 So I'ma do it right now. Yeah, I'ma do it right now. I ain't giving up and